My name is Scott Tatton. I am a dog trainer in Staffordshire Police. Whenever there's a dog serial committed to an incident, there's always one dog commander, and then we work with 4 other dogs, so I will command those 4 dogs, and my role is to liaise with the bronze at scene and put tactics into place. So the incident was on the 4th of August 2024, and that was following the tragic deaths that were in Southport, and there were protests organised across the country. We were deployed on the Saturday, the 3rd, that was locally, where we had quite a lot of disorder, and then we were deployed again on the following day, the 4th, to Tamworth, at a holiday hotel. I think it was spread via social media that the hotel was housing asylum seekers, and that was the focus of the people's anger. So my briefing was that should the dogs be called, that we knew we were the last resort at that point.
So it is a rarity to actually call dog handlers away from the normal operational duties as well. So we knew that something was bad must be happening, and then obviously we were called down there. We obviously got dressed into our full public order kit just prior, and then blue lighted down. And I'm glad we did get changed prior, because when we got up there, down there, even our car was pelted by missiles as we were arriving on scene, because not knowing the exact routes coming into, and it was all sporadic all over the place, there was no real way of getting in without being confronted by the crowd in some way.
The first serial arrived, and within about 15 minutes of what we thought was going to be peaceful, it changed dramatically, and there was a call for us almost immediately. And as we arrived, we could see there was hundreds of people there. They were throwing bricks, glasses, fireworks. It was very, very fraught.
We were needed in like a lots of places all at the same time. We were at the front of the hotel, and then there was incidents going on at the other side of the hotel, so then we were running round the back, and then we were needed back on the front again, and we were just toing and froing with all 4 dogs as a serial. So as we got more resources then, we were able to split them with 2 dog commanders. We could then split resources, so we got additional cover on just for the rest of the troops that were there, the other serials. We could offer them some relief on both sides of the hotel.
We didn't think we'd be used that much, if I'm honest with you. The intel wasn't great, so we didn't think we'd be used. And then it went from 0 to 100 straight away. And then the violence was unreal. It's like, I mean, we've been in some situations, but I've never in my career come across anything like we did on that day. And the violence towards not just us, which I can understand because we're the police and we expect it, but the violence some of these people were displaying towards police dogs was something I've never seen before, and it shocked me really. So we've moved forward to detain a subject, and during that detention, 2 members of the public have come forward. One member of the public has kicked her in the head, and another member of the public has come with a breeze block and hit it off her temple, causing a laceration just above her left eye, causing quite a significant injury. It was difficult because the intent was on the police dog at that point. This wasn't someone just aimlessly throwing a brick or throwing a kick towards me. They'd intended to injure my mate, my dog, and that breeze block could have killed him. And that's the one thing that's really difficult for me, is just the intent of causing serious injury or even trying to kill these police dogs.
As part of the protest, we had fireworks set off at us, and they skittled across the floor straight towards her, but she was so brave and carried on. We held back a little bit because of obviously the sparks all over the floor, and then we've joined the rest of the serial. She still wanted to do a job, take anybody out, anybody came anywhere near me. She was amazing. I'm so lucky to have her. So as part of the riots in relation to the park area, bless her, we had bits of paving slabs thrown at us, and it hit my hand, so I thought I'd broken my hand, and it was bleeding. And she was supposed to be concentrating with what was going on in front, but all she wanted to do was lick my hand to make it better.
So Bones suffered quite a few burns across the body, which were from fireworks. There was a lot of missiles whereby they hit all the dogs. She'd been hit by bricks and other missiles the day before, but mostly it was just burns, luckily, which were minor, and she was able to continue working. We were deployed for a long period of times whereby the dogs protected us, our colleagues and members of the public, and also victims of the hotel.
It was quite a harrowing incident for the both of us, and we got hit by a firework that exploded, and to sort of go through that, and I think that was Maddie's first taste of public order, and I think she handled it quite well, and we came back from obviously the firework exploding. I think I'd tell her how proud of her I was, and we did her best, and she did amazingly well, to be fair.
I started to see updates from the team that they were being deployed to large-scale disorder. And then I started to see messages coming through about dogs being injured, handlers being injured, and not just minor injuries either. We're talking potential hand fractures, bricks being thrown at officers, bruising, all sorts of things, and dogs themselves being injured. And the thing that struck me the most, I think, was that usually in the face of something like this, having been physically attacked, verbally abused, animals attacked, even carrying injuries, every single one of them turned up the next day and asked to go back out again. Nobody called in sick. Every single one of them showed a huge amount of, I think, courage, I think would be the best word, in wanting to go into that arena again. There is no doubt in my mind that their actions on the day ultimately helped to protect the public, support the colleagues, and potentially save lives.
Winning this Police Dog Team of the Year award is very humbling, and we really appreciate what we've been put forward to. And I'd like to say thank you very much on behalf of the charity, and on behalf of my colleagues and I, we'd really appreciate what we've been nominated for, especially in the circumstances that it surrounds mainly. It was a very harrowing time around the country at the time, and a number of dog units through the country were also put under a number of pressures and also had to deal with a number of incidents. So to be identified from that is really humbling, and we'd like to all say thank you very much.